Here we are. This is a page out of the basic recipe Unpacked, and we're only going to be going over PC6. However, I have a similar type layout for all of the points in the basic recipe, as well as several other extra points. So if you do want to check that out, you can find the link to purchase the ebook in the description box below, or you can sign up for my Patreon and get the book included in your membership for free. So let's dive right in here. So the Chinese pinyin name for PC6 is Neiguan, and its English translation is inner pass because it is located on the inner arm. It has a cousin point, which is located on the outer side. If you were to thread a needle through PC6 out into the outside of your arm, you would land at the other point, which is Sanjiao 5, and that is the outer pass. So that's kind of just extra information, but it has its counterpart, inner pass and outer pass, because everything in Chinese medicine is yin yang. So the location is about 2 inches or 3 finger widths above the wrist, and it's right in the center of the arm along the median nerve trajectory. And the spirit of the pericardium meridian relates to being the heart protector. So protecting the heart means having good boundaries, having good discernment. But when this protection becomes hyper or hypoactive, you can likely experience some issues with love and relationships and vulnerability. So how you can use this point in your sessions is that if you're doing emotional work that is centered around being vulnerable, that is centered around having proper boundaries, that is centered around self-love or opening up, this is the point for you. Also, you can use it for anxiety. A lot of people can feel anxiety in their chest, in their heart skipping a beat. So this is a great point for anxiety. This is also a great point for irritability. Oftentimes, anger, irritability, or any flavor of that emotion, it's kind of a secondary emotion to feeling insecure, to feeling somewhat fearful, to feeling anxious. And people put up this wall of being angry or irritable, and it's simply because on the back burner, they're feeling a little insecure, anxious, etc. Another emotional use is, as I mentioned before, inability to be vulnerable. And through life, when one has been hurt, when heart has been broken a bit too many times, or trauma has happened, that really kind of you lose trust in yourself and you lose trust in the good nature of people and love. The heart protector is working overtime. Your pericardium is working overtime. It's very tired. And it can often make you feel tired too, tired from putting myself out there. So this is a good point to help your client or yourself recover and send some love to your pericardium. In a similar fashion, armoring or protecting oneself when you feel as though maybe your client isn't saying a lot to you, they aren't really giving you a lot, maybe they're not talking so much, or it just feels to you as though there's kind of they have a wall up towards the session, towards addressing the session. You can use this point as a way to kind of slowly chip away those walls and maybe stimulate some vulnerability. Also, if your client says, I feel like I have a wall up, I feel like I can't trust, I feel like I'm not being open or receptive to life, this is also a point that you can stimulate during sessions, but you can also have your client maybe massage it after the session to extend the session. Also, lack of connection to self and others, and or inability to connect with others. We have a heart-to-heart transmission when we allow people to see us, who we truly are, and everything is about relating to one another. And a big way that people relate to one another is through the heart space. So this point is really good for nourishing the heart chakra, nourishing the emotions of love, self-love, vulnerability, and openness to life. Some physical uses of this point include hiccups, acid reflux, because acid reflux, although it's known as heartburn, it comes from malfunction of the stomach sphincters. So that is in the center of your body, obviously, or a little bit off to the side. But as we saw in the trajectory of the PC, it traverses over the stomach. So the pericardium can be useful in the hiccups and any kind of GI issues, specifically reflux or heartburn or GERD. Insomnia as well. In Chinese medicine, when the heart or the pericardium are not settled, insomnia can ensue, as well as vivid dreams. Sensation of the heart racing, that is kind of the expression of anxiety, which, as we've talked, as to why that's related to pericardium and heart. Also, if your client is experiencing chest pain or tight constriction in the chest, this is helpful. Nausea, vomiting, stomach issues, as well, as we've seen in the research and, of course, in the trajectory of the pericardium channel. Now, I do want to make a little disclaimer here. The physical uses are not for you to diagnose your client unless you have that in your wheelhouse and that is within your scope of practice. It's merely to give your client a suggestion and also to supplement the treatment using these points, but not treat as the sole provider or primary care, unless, of course, that is within your scope of practice. So I do hope that this has been helpful to you. If you'd like more of this kind of information regarding all of the other points in the basic recipe, you can find the link to this ebook in the description box below. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.